Hi friends! So today I want to talk about our mood. Do you know that our mood affects our life very much, to a very high extent? In psychology, there is a difference between mood and emotion. Emotion is something very specific, like a certain event has happened and it causes certain emotion in you. And emotions are rather short term, like you feel them for a specific time and then they pass. For example, you let your phone drop on the floor and the display is broken now. So in this moment you might feel very sad or very frustrated, and this emotion will eventually pass. You will not, like in the best case, you will not feel it all of the day. And then there's the mood. The mood is something more broad. It's not connected to a specific emotion. It's not as strong as emotions. And in many cases, we don't even know why we are in this certain mood, because it's not linked to a certain event that we can clearly see the connection. And a mood also doesn't pass very quickly. A mood can even stay for a couple of days. And yes, a mood is like always in the background, standing and influencing our perception of the world. So why is this important? Sometimes the mood can change like all of our perspective on the world. There was a study where people were called via phone and they were asked how they rate their life satisfaction. And they did this study one time on a day with nice weather and one time on a day with bad weather. And the results were clear that people who were called in a bad weather day, they rated their life satisfaction lower than people that were called in a good weather day. So these people didn't have maybe the idea that the weather influenced their life satisfaction actively. And then the very nice discovery was that if people were like asked about the weather, like so they think consciously how the weather looks today, then the effect disappeared. So when people pay attention to the weather and to the connection to their rating of their life satisfaction, they rated more clearly with less affection by the weather. And for me this study is very relevant because I live in Germany, like now I'm especially in Germany, and the weather, it's like cloudy and grey. And do you hear the ambulance? It will pass in 1 second. So the weather is very grey and it's very easy to fall into a bad mood. I think it's also biologically, if you don't get a lot of vitamin D or generally light, your body produces less hormones or less, I don't know, certain chemicals that let you feel awake or happy. And yes, so maybe if the people who live in not so nice weather areas really pay attention to it and how it affects their mood, then we can, or we are able to define our mood, yes, without any other situational factors from the outside. And yes, so mood is very interesting. For me, it's especially very interesting that sometimes you're in a mood and you don't know the real cause that caused this mood, and still it affects you very much. So pay attention if you're in a bad mood, and maybe try to connect it to other things like the weather. And yes, feel empowered to change your mood. So see you in the next video. That's for today. Bye bye.